Have you ever heard a marching band playing at a parade, football game, or celebration? Those exciting marches might not exist the way we know them today without one amazing musician. Meet Philip Sousa, the man known around the world as the March King. Today, we're going on a musical adventure to learn about his life, his famous music, and even a giant instrument named after him. Ready? Forward, march! Philip Sousa was born on November 6, 1854, in Washington, D.C. His father played trombone in the United States Marine Band, one of the most famous bands in America. Little John loved music from the very beginning. He learned to play many instruments, including the violin, piano, and brass instruments. When John was just 13 years old, he thought about running away to join a circus band. And he almost did. But his father stopped him. Instead, he signed John up to become an apprentice in the Marine Band. And that decision changed music history forever. Being in the Marine Band wasn't easy. John practiced for hours and learned how different instruments work together. He studied music, performed concerts, and became a talented composer. Before long, people noticed that John had a special gift. He could create music that made people want to stand tall, smile, and march proudly. In 1880, when John was only 25 years old, he became the leader of the United States Marine Band. That's a huge responsibility. He trained the musicians, planned concerts, and wrote new music. Sousa wanted everyone, not just kings, queens, and rich people, to enjoy great music. So he helped make band concerts exciting and fun for families. Soon, people all over America were talking about him. Philip Sousa became famous for writing marches. A march is music with a strong beat that helps people walk together. Think, left, right, left, right. Sousa wrote more than 130 marches. Some of his most famous marches include the Washington Post March, Semper Fidelis, and Stars and Stripes Forever. Stars and Stripes Forever became so popular that it was later named the official national march of the United States. People still perform it today, more than 100 years later. That's impressive. In 1892, Sousa started his own band. And this wasn't just any band. It became one of the most famous bands in the world. The Sousa Band traveled across the United States and around the globe. They played thousands of concerts. Thousands! People packed concert halls to hear the exciting music. Sometimes crowds were so large that extra chairs had to be added. Sousa believed music should be entertaining, exciting, and enjoyable for everyone. Now, here's something really cool. Have you ever seen a giant brass instrument wrapped around the musician's body? That's called a sousaphone. The instrument was named after Philip Sousa. Why? Because Sousa wanted a tuba that worked better in marching bands. The huge bell points outward, so the sound can travel farther. Today, sousaphones are a favorite part of marching bands everywhere. Not many people get an instrument named after them. Philip Sousa didn't only write marches. He also wrote songs, operas, books, and stories. He loved learning and creating new things. Even when he wasn't conducting a band, he was thinking about music. Some people say he could hear melodies in his imagination and quickly write them down before they disappeared. That's a pretty amazing talent. Philip Sousa passed away in 1932. But his music never stopped playing. Today, school bands, military bands, and marching bands around the world still perform his marches. Every time you hear a proud, energetic marching tune, you might be hearing Sousa's influence. His music inspires musicians to this very day. Philip Sousa showed the world that music can bring people together. From a young boy who loved instruments to the famous March King, his journey was filled with hard work, creativity, and lots of music. So, the next time you hear a marching band, think of Philip Sousa and the exciting music he shared with the world. Keep listening, keep learning, and maybe one day you'll create music that inspires people too.